Edward M.Catich was an American Roman Catholic priest, teacher, and calligrapher. He is noted for the fullest development of the thesis that the inscribed Imperial Roman capitals of the Augustan age and afterward owed the form wholly to the use of the flat brush, rather than to the exigencies of the chisel or other stone-cutting tools. His parents died when he was 11, and he and 3 brothers were taken by train to the orphanage of the Loyal Order of Moose, the Mooseheart campus near Aurora, Illinois. At the orphanage he apprenticed under signwriter He Bowling. After graduating high school in 1924, Catich toured with a Mooseheart band, and then went to Chicago, where he played music in bands, studied art at the Chicago Art Institute, and supported himself as a union signwriter. Catich attended where he worked as the leader of the school band. He received a master's degree in art at University of Iowa in Iowa City. He went to Rome in 1935 to study at Pontifical Gregorian University for the Catholic priesthood, where he also made a study of archaeology and paleography. He was ordained in 1938 and returned to Iowa to teach art, math, engineering, and music at St. Ambrose. As a priest, he served in parishes of the Diocese of Peoria, including ones in Atkinson and Hope Earl Ambrose University, and taught there for 40 years, until his death in 1979. The Davenport, Iowa University now holds some 4,000 of his works, many from his legacy to Professor John Schmitz, housed at the Edward M.Catich Memorial Gallery. The gallery was originally his studio and press at the Galvin Fine Arts Center and was built with a donation from Hallmark Cards, where several of his students worked. He had ties to the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, Encyclopedia Britannica, and the Houghton Library at Harvard, and was a founder of the Catholic Art Association. Works: art is not freedom from discipline, but disciplined freedom. His calligraphy and stone-cutting work won Catich an international reputation, and he created many slate inscriptions using his brush and chisel technique. He created 2 typefaces, Petrarch and Catfish. Many of his books were published under his own press, the Catfish Press, which operated out of his studio at the university. Besides calligraphy, Catich was accomplished at liturgical art, working in slate, stained glass, watercolor, and print, and he played the trumpet, cello, and harmonica. Other institutions which hold his work include Chapel Plus Cultural Center at Rensselaer, Harvard College, Los Angeles County Museum of Art, Encyclopedia Britannica's corporate headquarters, Reed College, Morton Arboretum, University of Pittsburgh's Cathedral of Learning, and Benedum Hall. The origin of the serif. Studying in Rome as a seminarian in the late 1930s, he made a thorough study of the letter forms of the epigraphy on Trajan's column. While the brushed origin thesis had been proposed in the 19th century, Catich, having worked as a Union sign painter, made a complete study and proposed a convincing ductus by which the forms were created, using a flat brush and then chisel. He promulgated his views in 2 works, Letters Redrawn from the Trajan Inscription in Rome and The Origin of the Serif, Brush Writing and Roman Letters. While the thesis is not universally accepted, electioneering posters excavated in Pompeii show unemphasized Imperial Roman capital titles brush-painted on certain walls. Awards: 8th Annual Frederick W. Gowdy Award, 1976. Inaugural John McMullen Award. Bibliography: Edward M. Catich, A Priest Speaks on Chalice Design. The Catholic Art Quarterly, Volume 14, No. 2. 1951. Edward M. Catich, Sentimentality in Christian Art. The Furrow 10. Edward M. Catich, Letters Redrawn from the Trajan Inscription in Rome. The Catfish Press, 1961. Edward M. Catich, Eric Gill, His Social and Artistic Roots. The Prairie Press, 1964. Edward M.Catich. The Origin of the Serif, Brush Writing and Roman Letters. The Catfish Press, 1968. Edward M.Catich. Reed, Pen and Brush, Alphabets for Writing and Lettering. The Catfish Press, 1972. Edward M.Catich. The Trajan Inscription, an Essay. Society of Printers, 1973.